Hello everyone, I'm the Fat Angry Geek, and welcome back to another episode of Kaiju Movie Differences. And today, since we did King Kong vs. Godzilla last time, why not we go to the next film in the series, Mothra tai Godzilla. So, let's see, Mothra vs. Godzilla. Well, I've actually watched the American version of this, and of course, it's my bad. Of course I watched this one, and there's a little bit of a difference in this movie, but I'll get to this in a minute. So yeah, one major difference is that the Japanese runtime is 37 seconds longer than the English version, which is 88 minutes and 7 seconds. Which is interesting, but then again, this is the Japanese version. Japanese version is going to be just a tad bit longer, which is fine. So, I've watched this. I've watched this one, Godzilla vs. Mothra, and I've watched the Americanized version for Godzilla vs. Mothra in this one. And there's actually two English dubs from what I can tell. In this one, it's Mothra vs. Godzilla, of course, and that's the original Japanese version. The US version for Godzilla vs. Mothra back then was called Godzilla vs. The Thing. What? Like, what thing are you talking about? Are you talking about this, that, this, or that? I don't know. But, oh, right. Apparently they call Mothra the Thing. And, I don't know. But the title, of course, and this in the English version is Godzilla vs. The Thing. Here's the original English poster right here, and it makes it look like that Godzilla was trying to fight a monster with tentacles or something like that. Maybe Odako from When King Kong Escapes, the little octopus, giant octopus. Actually, giant octopus came out in War of the Gargantuas. I remember the giant octopus in there. And of course, in King Kong vs. Godzilla, there's Udako, the giant octopus. But I digress. The English version, compared to this kid-friendly version that I got here on DVD, there's a little difference in between the movies. Let me see here. 87 minutes. So, yeah, I think it's 87 minutes because of the things that they cut out from the original English version. Because violence in movies. They don't like to see a bunch of blood. They don't like to see people getting shot by guns. So, because I remember watching this one time. The scene where I forget the guy's name, but it's the main villain of the movie that wanted to use Mothra's egg as an attraction for money and stuff. When he gets killed by getting shot, the clip cuts over to Godzilla when he got shot, because seriously, they did not want to show that scene at all whenever the guy got shot by the gun. So yeah, I don't know, but in the original English cut, in this one here down there, you actually see him get shot, and that's really the only differences that I can tell between this one and that one right there. I can see some small differences. The reason why it's 87 minutes is because they're wanting to make it kid-friendly. They don't want to have too much blood or too much people shooting each other. They don't want to see anything like that, and I don't know why that they would want to get rid of that, because really, I want to watch a movie and see it complete, the complete version. I like to see movies when they're complete, not cut. If they're uncut, then that's awesome, because it makes me experience the whole movie further, and it shows more stuff that you don't normally see in these kid-friendlier versions. So yeah, Mothra vs. Godzilla. There's not much of a difference, besides them calling Mothra the Thing. I mean, seriously, why is it called the Thing? It's not like Mothra is not a tanned. Mothra is not a big orange muscly guy from Marvel. Mothra is not one of the Fantastic Four. It's really confusing in my opinion that they would call it that. I mean, have they even called Mothra the Thing in the original 1961 classic? I don't really think that they did that. I haven't even seen the movie yet, but I'm pretty sure that they did not call her the Thing. So, yeah, but what's interesting though is that the Mothra in this movie is actually the 1961 Mothra, which, yeah, he or she survived until this movie, until when Godzilla shot his radioactive fire in her face and ended up dying. But, yeah, that's really the only difference that I can tell between these. Like I said before, I have a bad habit of repeating myself, so bear with me because, yeah. And yeah, 16:9 aspect ratio, 1964. Apparently, that was made, and the English version was done in the same year, which is surprising. Godzilla vs. the Thing, of course. But this DVD here actually puts Mothra vs. Godzilla, or not really Mothra vs. Godzilla. They put Godzilla vs. Mothra. They don't put Godzilla vs. the Thing, or Godzilla vs. this thing or that thing, or whatever. It's weird. But anyways, I hope you guys thought this was an interesting video. Doing these Kaiju movie differences videos really helps me to explore the lore of the entire Godzilla series. And having the Japanese version really does help because it shows you how much more complete it is if they're uncut and unedited and stuff like that. Because I cannot stand uncuts, I can't stand movies that are cut. Like Godzilla vs. Megalon, I will get to that eventually too, because there's a lot of scenes that were cut from the Japanese version too. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys later.